You need sleep.
She's out there, Ray. Someone has her. Raiders, or gunners, or God knows what else.
Alright, welcome back to Let's Play Fallout 4 Modded, everyone. After our abrupt ending yesterday, I decided to just basically get what few bobbleheads I was already in the position of getting off screen. Which include the luck bobblehead. Because of the luck bobblehead and the levels I had accumulated, I was able to get Idiot Savant, rank 1, or Accidental Genius, rank 1. We're also using a mod that, called Backwards Savant's perk, that allows Idiot Savant to scale with high intelligence instead of low intelligence. So now, we have a higher percent chance to get this ability to proc, depending on how high our intelligence stat is. We have 9 natural intelligence, so that's about a 9% chance according to the mod itself. Pretty decent. I also took the liberty of installing a few more mods called the Unified Clothing Overhaul. And that's basically the explanation for Nick's present attire here. He now has nearly a full set of heavy robot armor on top of his casual outfit. It's clippy, but whatever, it's better than nothing. So let's get this started.
I hope you don't mind. We let ourselves in.
Nick, thank God.
And yeah, Nick's very special to this DLC.
She could be...
Oh, slow down. Kenji, was it? Why did you go over the details with me and my partner here?
You brought a partner? Good.
Yeah.
The more eyes, the better.
So what's your story with Nick?
So, what's the story with you and Nick?
That is not important right now. You have to help me find my daughter.
My God. Oh well. Jeez. Oh yeah. My power armor is now chrome painted, so that's why everything looks shiny. A little disappointed we can't get some backstory on Kenji Nakano here.
Hello?
Alright. Yeah, hold on, Kenji. Okay. Alright, so yeah. Kenji here helped Nick out on a previous investigation, but he was shot in the hip during the case. So that's their, background right there. It's not much, but it's better than nothing.
Help. Tell us what happened.
It's all thanks to this damn radio.
Our daughter Kasumi likes to fix things. The radio was her latest project.
Until she made contact with some kidnapper who lured her away from us.
Or maybe she left on her own. She's not a child anymore. Our daughter is 19. She knows how to survive, and she's capable. I think maybe she left because she wanted her own life.
No. She would have told us where she was going. She would have said something. I know my daughter is in danger. I can feel it. Find her, please.
So are there any leads to her disappearance?
Where she could have gone.
We know she took one of the boats, but that's all. She could be anywhere.
Alright, we'll find
We'll
her.
find her. Don't you worry.
Thank you. Her room is upstairs if that helps. And if you had any more questions about her, just ask.
Don't worry, Kenji. We'll get to the bottom of this. Just sit tight.
Compared to how the lines for Nick sound in the base game, you can tell that Stephen Russell just was really brought back in simply for this DLC. Alright, so the investigation portion. Kasumi's room. Alright. Alright. Oh, this is the bathroom. What am I doing? Well, there's only 2 rooms here. This looks like the Nakano's bedroom, and Kasumi's bedroom will be right next door. Here we go.
Project log, dreams. Recording what I can remember when I wake up.
This is Kasumi.
I keep having the same one. I'm in a white room. People are talking about me like I'm not
yeah,
there.
I spin off.
Maybe they just don't care. And then there's this, I don't know, jolt, like a spark of electricity to the back of my head, and then everyone turns to look at me. God, I hope I don't have it again tonight.
And here's the next one.
Radio. Correction. Working radio. I'll finally get some news outside this house. My handle is going to be... let's go with... Ohm's Law. That should confuse the creeps. And if someone actually gets the reference, then we'll at least have circuitry in common.
So even in the Fallout universe, you have to deal with creepers over long-distance calls. Interesting. And here's Kasumi's lamp.
Project log, lamp. Yep, it's a lamp. Filament plus power equals light. I swear, sometimes I think my parents
Shoot.
just to keep me busy.
The whole... Talk to Ray.
Nakano.
I suppose you have questions about my daughter.
A radio.
Tell me about this radio your daughter was working on.
I remember Kasumi was very excited about it.
Shoot.
I
Dick.
figured she was secretly trying to make contact with
Shoot.
Diamond City
Do
or
do
another
do
settlement.
do 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 do
We're pretty
do.
isolated out here. She only has us for company, and Kenji can be overprotective.
So
I'd
about
like to know more about Kasumi. I'd shine a light on where she's gone.
My daughter is strong, focused, careful. That's how I know she's still alive. But why would she leave without telling us? Maybe we... No, never mind. I don't want to waste your time.
okay. This. Hey, Madar. We're doing the DLC, so hopefully you don't leave early out of boredom this time.
Every detail is important, Mrs. Nakano. Don't hold back.
It's just that we've been fighting a lot more. All of us. Ever since Kasumi's grandfather passed away. He was the only one that could really...
I'm sure there's plenty of Kasumis in video games, yeah.
Kenji and I don't understand machines, but those two could work
It's
together
not
for
a common
decades.
video game
She
character
started
name.
staying in her grandfather's boathouse late into the night. I thought she was just trying to cope with the loss, but now I wonder what she was up to.
So now we have the,
Nothing else right now.
with that information, we can now go into the boathouse, investigate there. Search the picture frame, a key hidden in the frame.
Key, huh? Good work. Gotta find whatever it unlocks.
And this is what unlocks Ku's final holotape.
Myself. I never really thought about who or what I am, but... God. Where do I start? The radio. I was right about the range. I managed to get a signal,
Yes, there is.
strong signal from up north. There's a group of people up there. They say they're all synthetic people, made by the Institute. They're trying to build a place for their kind, where they can be themselves and be accepted for what they are alongside human beings. It sounds wonderful, but then they started asking about me, and some questions came up. Questions I don't have answers to. I mean, I've always felt off, like I'm not really supposed to be here, but then there are things in my childhood I can't remember, and I've been having strange dreams. I'm going to go. To meet these synths, I have to know the truth about myself. They've told me to sail up north to a town called Far Harbor. I can make my way to them from there.
So the daughter takes off by boat. But more importantly, there's a colony of synths up near this Far Harbor. We need a way to get there. Let's go talk to Kenji. He knows the waters better than anyone.
There's supposed to be ambiguity about whether or not Kenji...
Tell Mr. and Mrs.
I mean...
Nakano what we found out.
It's supposed to be ambiguous. Like, the game doesn't intentionally tell you. Trying to remember if there was, let me see. Okay. Yeah, the game never confirms that Kasumi is really a synth. So there's supposed to be evidence meant for both interpretations.
Mr. Nakano.
Have you finished your investigation? Did you find anything?
I think
Yeah.
I know where Kasumi went. A place called Far Harbor.
She went that far up north? God, that explains why she took the boat. There's no time to waste. You have to go after her.
Wait, did you find out why she left, Detective? Who she was speaking to?
What does it matter?
Because I know my daughter, and if she didn't tell us where she went, then she had a reason. Don't you want to know if she wants to be found?
You're right, Detective. Did you find any clue to why Kasumi left home?
Your daughter made contact with a group of synths. She thinks she's one of them.
What? That's crazy.
That being the case,
Madison, she's our daughter. We raised her. I gave
I
birth.
personally believe Kasumi
She's
isn't a
flesh,
synth.
not a synthetic.
But that's mostly because of the creation kit itself listing her as human. And even with the freefall mod I'm using, I don't think she would drop a synth component upon death. Yeah, I was saying that as you were typing that out. I don't think Kasumi is a synth because she doesn't drop a component.
Maybe your daughter is just confused. Having an identity crisis.
Oh God, does she even think we're still her parents?
This is what I was afraid of. Someone twisting my daughter's mind. You have to get to Far Harbor. Take my ship on the dock. It has a guidance system, a final gift from my father. And it's built for distance.
I'll get to the bottom of this, Kenji.
Thank you. I know you haven't asked for a payment, and we can't offer much. But here, please take it. I insist. For expenses, if nothing else.
I know it'll be hard waiting for word, but try to carry on like normal. We'll be back as soon as we can.
Alright. Oh, I'm using an armor paint job added by a mod. What it does is it skins over every part of the power armor. So because of the fact that the creation, well, because of the whole PS4 mod thing, I imagine we can't get eye slots for the some of these modded paints. Now, that being said, the reason I even had the power armor on was because I had to manually travel to the Nakano residence on foot. And it was faster to do it by using the jetpack over and over again. Alright.
Setup. Wouldn't mind one of these at the agency.
Huh. Oh, that's weird. I meant to do that to... Oh. That's the problem having multiple power armors in these stations. Hell, target, no. Let's see here. It's in Maine. At least according to Google. Suppressors do look pretty dumb on pipe guns. Red Rocket does not need defending. Alright. Let's go to Far Harbor. Yeah, Far Harbor is located around Maine. In case you didn't hear it the first time. They're weird. So my main character's hair is just kind of stuck. But yeah, this is Far Harbor. Here we are. I've never been to Maine.
Mainlanders ain't nothing but trouble.
Hey there.
Are you lost? This is Far Harbor. We don't get many visitors around here.
We don't need no freeloaders or more help, Mainlander. So you can get back in your boat and leave.
Liam O'Brien.
This isn't your dock. It belongs to the whole town. That means strangers are welcome. Sorry, you've caught us during a difficult time. But Alan's got a point. Not all visitors had good intentions. So, what's your business here?
Let's see here. I'm looking for the synth refuge.
I need information about a synth refuge on this island.
Ah, another Commonwealth traveler
Ouch.
looking for Acadia then.
Damn it. Mariners ain't coming.
Something's coming through the fog!
You, help us defend the town and I'll answer any questions you have. Take a post at the top of the wall near the main...
I've been to Florida. I've seen... Yeah. Alright. Alright, gotta make sure I don't accidentally make the entire town hostile. Jared Gresham. Jesus Christ.
The gate! Open the gate! I've got wounded out here!
There's no time. Look to the fog. They're coming.
Now, unfortunately, the DLC areas are going to have really weak enemies most of the time. Woo!
No. Eyes on the fog. Something's coming.
Still more of those gulpers. Oh, anglers now. Legendary gulper. Level 22. Holy crap! Look at their energy defense! That's obscene! Alright.
Well done all. Open the gate.
Avery.
And now you see what we're up
Ooh,
against.
okay.
The fog and the creatures it spits out have taken the whole island from my people. But for your help when we needed it, you deserve this.
Impressive you survived, though.
If you managed to survive despite all that, you must be tough.
Ornery, more like.
I'm done cowering behind your damn hull, Avery. Time you let me deal with the real problem. With the right people and my guns, I can end those Children of Adam cultists for good.
The fog's been here forever. The children didn't make it.
Before the Rat Eaters came, the fog was under control. They come, and it all goes wrong. It's time we do something.
No need to burden a stranger with all this nonsense.
The Children of Adam.
What's the deal with the Children of Adam?
Their religion,
Well, we're already familiar with
Worship
them
the
from the
power of
base
Adam,
game.
which is radiation. If you want details, you'd have to find and ask them. We used to have a peace with them until a certain hothead menace named Alan Lee.
Now that's enough. That preacher came into the harbor saying that it was Adam's will that we lost our land. That it was Adam's goddamn will that we lost so many friends and family. And that the Atom would wipe this whole place clean of us.
If it were up to me, you'd hang for what you did to that preacher, Alan.
Preacher, what?
What did he do to the preacher?
Alan pulled a gun on him. He claims the preacher reached for his. We don't have police, or really any law. Just custom and popular sentiment.
Well, that's what happens when you're
Everything Preacher
basically...
says is abundantly clear. Doing anything to Alan would have made matters worse.
Yeah, that's what happens when you live in a small town, basically. Especially in Fallout Land, where the law, by design, is basically meaningless to a lot of people. It's literally just a matter of what what small group of people you decide to depend on have to think.
Well, I do have work, you know.
Huh. And the fog is worse, somehow.
Have the children made the fog worse?
Absolutely not. There's not one bit of evidence.
Geiger counters don't lie, Avery. The fog's gotten more lethal year over year. And now the fog's covering the whole island. But only after the children came.
You know as well as I do that's happened before. Sure, people have theories the children are involved, but no one...
I'm not actually sure if the children had anything to do with the fog. I'm really not sure. But yeah, it didn't sound like good people.
Sounds like you should deal with the children about him. Permanently.
I'm not sure that's going to make our job here easier.
The mainlander sees the sense in all this.
I will do everything in my power to keep the peace here. So go, Alan. Sorry for all that. You're headed for Acadia, right? Getting there will be dangerous. You'll need a guide. Old Longfellow. No one knows the fog like him. But, word of warning, he's a bit of an acquired taste.
Huh. Thanks for the
Thanks
tip.
for the info.
Best place to look for Longfellow's at the bar. The last plank. And, please, lend a hand around town if you're able. Even if it's slapped away. People like the Mariner and Cassie and others need help. And let me say something you might not hear again. Thank you.
Alright. Yeah, there are settlements you can build in Far Harbor. And by, now we've started the Living on the Edge side quest, which is basically just... Oh yeah, the citizens of Far Harbor are in desperate need of help. Well, I wouldn't call them the Minutemen police. They're more like a governing body. The police serve the government. It's more like they just do what they feel is the right thing to help other people. They don't actually go out of the way to punish and arrest. Alright. Let's see. I think we can buy stuff from him.
Huh. The mainlander. Great. Fire your gun a few times and you think you're some sort of...
I am the one who saved all your asses. So yeah.
We've defended this damn dock from crabs and worse for months without you. Yeah, you helped. But we've paid our dues in blood and bullets. The day we rely on outsiders for our security is the day we're as good as dead.
I don't like his tone or attitude,
I
so...
still put myself in harm's way for you. Some gratitude would be nice.
We've had some real pieces of work come through here. You've been... alright so far. Here, for your, help. But there's one exception.
Oh, hey, money.
That is, if you meant what you said to Avery about the children of Adam. Anyone willing to put those bastards down, I'll sell my top-shelf ordnance to with a smile.
Let's barter, then.
Show me what you got.
You got it.
Alright. And yeah, Avery is... Woo! Radiation ammo for a minigun. That's okay. Alright. Look at this lively guy.
We're trying to have a conversation here.
Shut your mouths, open your damned ears. So the fogs are coming for us all. I can't see any better way of greeting it than to have another round. On the house.
Yeah!
Time to party.
Here's some Mitch.
Alright. Islamic's Almanac. And yeah, this DLC has its own skill books, so let's see. With this, we've unlocked pretty much every map marker across the island, yeah.
Captain Avery said you can get me to Acadia?
Heard there was a scuffle out there. You get your hands dirty? I'm done leading people to their deaths in the fog. Last fella couldn't keep up. Didn't last 5 minutes.
Let me bribe you. Well, yeah, I know what you're trying to say. I'm just explaining my thoughts on the matter.
Some parents are worried about their runaway daughter. She went to Acadia, and I need to find her.
If someone's headed for Acadia, there's always a story. Yours worth dying over, huh?
Trust me, I've done a whole lot more for a whole lot less.
Clever with words, are you? I could get you to Acadia, but you've got to listen to me. Go
All right.
where I say, when I say it. Still won't be easy. You stock up on your necessities, rad eggs and the like. Can begin.
Oh, we're good.
Let's go, Longfellow.
Follow me.
I've basically got a permanent Rad X on me. Yeah, he's a pretty good character. I like his coat, too.
Life's too bloody short to be so.
Hey, did you know the enemies on Far Harbor can scale up to level 200? I wanted to use a mod to make the enemies scale up to level 200, but unfortunately, it only works by basically merging all the other DLC into its file. So, as a result of that,
But it'll help. We need to move through Old Mountain Trail where we're. The fog ain't like nothing you've seen in comics. Mainlanders think a dose of Radaway is all you need. Tracks. Fresh ones. Trappers ahead. When the bullets start flying, find cover. Keep your head down if you want to live.
trappers.
What's that?
Grim Trapper. The trappers use this wicked-looking coastal armor, which is pretty neat-looking, but but it wouldn't exactly be powerful. That guy was a bit bulkier. Yeah, this is the unique trapper armor. But we're not going to use it. Alright. Okay, we took care of them.
Not bad in a scrap. Figured I'd have to take care of a lot of them. Might just make a proper Far Harbor woman out of you.
Oh, you don't have to worry about me. I've seen my fair share of combat. Trappers are basically, well, gunners are basically high-tech raiders, right? Well, trappers are basically fishermen raiders. Cool, Reaver.
That was refreshing.
All right.
Crisscross the road, so don't be surprised if we got local wildlife to deal with.
Look like a counter doing cartwheels too.
Feral wolves. Pack armor. Uncle Matuai. Weird name.
All right, Drake. You like them puppies? We throw everything extra mean. Still got a ways to go.
Yeah, wolves. Wolves are a good bit more vicious than actual dogs.
Lest we steer clear.
Okay, Matula. Yeah, the roar we just heard came from a new type of enemy called fog crawlers.
Whole island was covered in fog. The fog eventually rolled back. People resettled, but they got comfortable. Started taking things for granted. Folk got short memories. All this has happened before.
Now, Longfellow scales to your level because he is in fact a companion. Wow, look at that ballistic defense.
Here we go.
Legendary Gulper Devourer. Oh my god. Since chest piece. Ooh. Man.
Got a fondness for fresh water. Small gulpers. The ones in these parts, fair chance. Now the big ones, they can grow 2 or 3 times the size of a man. Good thing you don't see too many.
Yeah, if they become more like the NCR. Basically, just... any active stability, especially powerful long-term stability, can will really do the wasteland good. Now it just made accidental genius even more powerful.
Bringing one more soul to their damnation, old man.
Oh, this is precious.
What have we here? Another rat worshipping lunatic. That's what.
Your barbs do not harm me. I am shielded by my faith.
Yeah, it's called the faith of losing your hair.
Faith shield you against those two?
Nice burn, old man.
Who's she?
One of them children of Adam preachers. Started off as pests. Now they're more like a menace.
Do not sully this one with your blasphemy, old man. You. I suggest you go no further. Acadia is a nest of snakes. Beasts that subvert the will of Adam.
What did Arcadia do? I don't know if we'll hear from the Minutemen in a major capacity, because they seem really congregated to the Commonwealth. Like, you can see Brotherhood all over the place, because the point of the setting is that they have to travel all over America to gather technology. But places like the Institute and the Minutemen are pretty localized. I don't expect to see them outside areas relating to the Commonwealth in the future, but yeah, some members of the Minutemen who are just traveling in a small pack or who heard of them, I wouldn't mind that. What Arcadia do to you?
To make you distrust them.
They supply Far Harbor with the means to turn back Adam's holy fog.
Oh,
You do well to avoid such
wow.
creatures, and instead seek the only true master of this land.
So tell me about Adam then.
All right, I'm listening. Tell me about Adam.
Tell you. Look around. You stride through his kingdom. A land blanketed beneath sacred fog. A land Adam has claimed for his children. And you may join our family if he deems you worthy.
Well, the problem with that, they can be, but they also can't be. It's really not a consistent thing. Because, I don't know. If we hear from the NCR after Fallout New Vegas again, in a major capacity, then that means that the Minutemen can be built up to be something bigger as well, but I don't expect to for a while, or ever.
On second thought, I'm good.
So be it. But I would be mindful where you step. After all, you are in Adam's kingdom now.
If you're done wasting time
Cleanse
with
my
a
soul of
fanatic,
wretchedness.
let's move.
Give unto me your eternal fire.
You can't kill her, but I don't really see the point in doing that.
The air's clear. No fog. It's not too far.
Alright. Hold on a second. Alright, sorry about that. But yeah, since we're still on the subject. Arcadia.
And we've arrived. Arcadia's already been watching us for a good spell. If you want to talk with them, just go inside. They'll be waiting for you. You need my help again, you come see me. Got a cabin just outside of Far Harbor. Just make sure of it.
Alright. Let's see if we can, Alright.
I can handle things from here.
Good luck in there. And I'm serious about the offer. You ever want to hunt the forests and waters of the island together, I could think of worse.
Is there any ghoul members in the Adam cult? I don't know if the, I don't know if there are actual ghouls inside, I actually have forgotten if there are actual ghouls inside Far Harbor. Yeah, the whole point of this, right now, I'm gonna see if I can get Idiot Savant to activate. No, not Accidental Genius, that's what it's called now. Artillery is such a cool concept to me now that I think about it, but
I can handle
Good luck. You
I've only seen humans.
I can.
Good luck.
Right.
You ever want?
Okay, hold on a second about that. What I'm trying to say is, I'm trying to remember if I saw any ghoul members of their either, and I genuinely cannot recall them. So I think the only members of the Children of Adam are in fact human. That being said,
Good luck. You ever?
I'm pretty sure they would become ghouls over time. I'm save resetting so I can get Idiot Savant to activate on these quests. But that's just gonna take a time. So let's just go inside. Yeah, it's actually one of the main reasons I was actually kind of hesitant on doing anything with the luck stat. Because I can just level up fine without it, and all it's really going to amount to is doing that on the stream, which isn't the most interesting thing to see me do, so I'm just going to cut that out.
You know,
I don't know. I'll think about something else.
Climbed this mountain above the fog, I thought to myself, now here is a metaphor worth taking in. You've entered a place of clarity, understanding, peace. While you're here in Acadia, Synthkind welcomes you as long as you welcome us.
What are you, though?
Are you?
I told you. I'm the old synth on the mountain. I know the plastic skin and tubes out the back can be unsettling, but I want to ask you to look past that. Tell me why you're here, and I'll try to help you.
I'm looking for someone.
I came here looking for Kasumi Nakano.
Really? I'm in
impressed. Few would brave the kind of journey you've had for the sake of someone else. Kasumi is here. She's safe and unharmed, and you're free to see her if you'd like. Before you do, though, tell me, you think Kasumi is a synth?
We're not answering any more questions until you play straight with us. Just who the hell are you, really? There's only
Well, I
one
mean,
synth
they are a bunch
that
of
has a face
crazies who
and a
think
mind
that,
of his own.
you know, radiation is literally a god.
Him when I look in a mirror.
So I'm not really sure if the whole... I'm really certain they never thought it out
Don't
that
give
well.
me that. What are you trying to pull? I've never seen you before in my life.
Please, if you're willing to give me a chance, I can explain.
You know. And yeah, this is always the most interesting aspect of Dima to me. His relationship with Nick Valentine.
Is this a joke? Do you really know Nick?
Let me tell you what I know, and you can judge for yourself. We were prototypes, Nick. The first synths capable of independent thinking and judgment.
Keep talking.
One of the Institute's experiments had to do with how our brains could process personality. If we could handle individualized feelings and behaviors, I was allowed to develop mine based on experience. But with you, they wanted to
Yeah,
try
Dima's great.
transferring an entire personality into you. It took several attempts before the personality imprint worked. I saw you wake up not knowing who or what you were so many times. I couldn't let them do it to you anymore. We were the only two prototypes they made. I literally saw myself in you. You were my brother, Nick. I helped you escape the Institute. We left together.
If I were your brother, I'd remember.
That's where you'd be wrong. This happened over a century ago. There's only so much memory that can fit into the prototype brains we have.
I've heard enough. I think you and I need to talk about this. Maybe not now, though.
You really don't remember? Well, I don't know about that, because there's only one ending I can think of where...
Anybody still in there?
Well, cross that bridge when we get there.
Is it really possible that you wouldn't remember any of this?
You mean between the Institute failsafes, the beatings I've taken over the years, and plain old age? Or are you buying this whole "there's only so much room" of their argument? I don't know. It's not like we've got the instruction manual.
Alright.
Is he really your brother?
If he is, it's news to me. Can synths even be related?
So many questions this opens up. So many answers we don't really have.
I gotta think about this.
We'll talk later. This is a lot to take in.
Nick, I don't need you to believe me. I'm just glad to see you again. Whenever you're ready, I'll be here. Now, about young Kasumi. It's important that you understand exactly why she's here. I asked you...
I expect that to be the case, because he's literally the same model as Dima.
Indulge me with an answer.
Why are you asking?
Because she came here with that very question. And the answer changes every part of her world. None of us take this transition lightly. She's facing the possibility of her entire life being a lie. That someone stripped her very identity from her and made her into something she isn't. I want you to understand that before you see her. She has a chance here to live as a synth, not hiding, not pretending to be something.
Yeah, I know that about Dima. I've played
One
this game
more
already.
Question, if you'll indulge me. You're here for Kasumi, but I suspect there could be another reason you came to us. Tell me, are you a synth?
Now, we discussed this already, but it's not actually possible for the main character to be a synth, simply due to the way the Institute functioned, and more importantly, how the plot unfolds.
I'm a human being, not a synth.
Are you sure? I don't mean to question you, but what's the first memory you have?
I remember being in my house the day the bombs fell. We ran to the vault. We were frozen. I was the only survivor.
No memories before then? Just a single...
Bethesda knows how to make a detailed world.
Up alone. We so easily accept what's presented to us as the truth, don't we? Isn't it funny how a memory can feel like a whole different reality? People, places, even sounds and colors can change. Or someone else has changed them. I won't lie to you. There will always be other explanations. Trauma, disease, the background radiation. They all take their toll on the mind. But I can promise you that we will accept you, no matter what you decide you are.
I'm not a synth. End of discussion.
I understand. I won't pry any further.
I mean, it's an interesting question, but it's just not factually possible.
Feel free to walk the grounds. Introduce yourself to my co-founders, Faraday and Chase. Kasumi is usually working down below, whenever you wish to see her. Is there anything else you'd like to discuss before you go?
What is your story, Dima?
Who are you? What's your story?
I came to this island over a century ago, hiding from my creators, the Institute. But after my escape felt secured, I was left with nothing. No programmed task, no false memories. I spent a year just sitting in a cave. Just sitting. One day, it finally occurred that maybe I could decide for myself what to do, who I was. I've been doing that ever since. Was there anything else?
Tell me more about this place, Acadia.
Yeah, let's learn more about your little haven.
Here as I can, and give them a chance to know what they really are.
I don't think Dima was ever based on a
Beyond
real
that,
person.
We just want to live in peace. I
Like
don't
Nick was.
have any grand plans for expansion.
I feel like they just share the same
Existing
model. That's
as
about
we
it.
are now is enough. Was there anything else?
You should know. The Institute has been destroyed.
What? It's over? No more courser hunts? No more slavery? But that also means the technology to make the synths is lost. Our origins have been buried. Not to mention the loss of human life.
Oh, they weren't worth mourning at all.
I'm
Not
not
as
going
people.
to judge the actions of someone who's wiped out a great evil.
Yeah, they were evil to the core.
Our gratitude. Is there anything else you need?
And that's about all you can actually... Oh. Oh, okay. I can say I'm in the railroad too. Good.
I'm part of a group that helps synths. A railroad.
Really? I don't understand why a group dedicated to helping synths would convince them through fear that their only option is to hide. Yes, they volunteer for the memory wipe. Yes, not knowing you're a synth makes it harder for the Institute to find you. But the cost... I know how frightening it is, the risk of capture. But sacrificing what you are, avoiding the true struggle to be accepted as our own form of life?
I hadn't thought about it like that. I'm sorry.
So am I. Your heart is in the right place. And it's unfair.
Yeah, that's pretty much how the railroad had to operate, though.
Safety from so far.
I get why Dima comes at it from that angle, but the whole reason the railroad had to operate like that is because of the Institute hunting down synths and, you know, general synth racism throughout the Commonwealth.
I should get going.
Of course.
Perhaps they were in there a long time. Are you feeling all right? Alright, let's go talk to Kasumi. Here's Chase, who was an Institute Courser, by the way.
I'm coming in. You stay right there.
Cool. The
I
jet.
assume you're not planning on staying long.
Huh. Nah, I'm leaving pretty soon, though.
That's for the best. Acadia is only as secure as we make it. We take unnecessary risks, we get careless, and things can go bad. Fast. If there's a synth who needs a safe place, then we take them in. Let them live as a synth, without fear. You don't fit that description. That makes you an unnecessary risk. It's nothing personal. Minimizing our contact with outsiders is just practical.
I'm not a threat, though.
You can relax. I'm not a threat.
Just don't cause any trouble.
Hi.
You want to buy something or what?
Yeah, that's the entire reason I came to talk to you.
Sure.
All right. Yeah. Take a look.
Look at all these plasma cartridges you have for me. Thank you. Alright.
Circuitry is completely fucked.
And here's the girl, the hour.
Sorry, I'm right in the middle of something.
Your parents sent me. They want you to come home.
They did what? You came all this way for me.
You left without telling your folks why. You must have known they'd be worried.
Look, my mom and dad... I mean, those people that were taking care of me, they wouldn't want me back. Not if they knew the truth.
You're not a synth, though.
Kasumi, listen to me. You're not a synth.
Believe me, I've thought about that. How you can never really know. But it just answers so many questions. I thought if I just left, it would be easier for them. How would that conversation have gone anyway? I've been lying to you this whole time? Your real daughter is dead and I replaced her?
Alright. You're not a You're just confused, though.
Kasumi, I think you're just confused. Everyone has doubts about who they are sometimes. That's part of life.
But isn't the other part dealing with...
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, sorry about this, Madar. I know it looks annoying, but I'm not doing it to save reload experience points this time. I'm just trying to get this dialogue check.
Kasumi.
But isn't the other...
So unfortunately, this can also take a while.
Kasumi.
There we go.
I really wish that was true. If I wasn't a synth, things would be so much simpler. Acadia isn't what I thought it was. There's more going on here than just the refuge. But I can't leave until I've gotten to the bottom of it. I've been running long enough.
If something's going on, then I can help. Just tell me what's happening.
I don't know how you could. Wait, of course you can help.
Wait for the-
You find things, track down answers. That's what you do, right? That's why you came after me.
Essentially,
What if I told you
the
that there's
same.
A secret? A big secret here on this island. Something way more important than just one lost girl.
I'm listening
All
to
right.
this. Tell me what's more.
Okay,
Tell me more.
where to
Like,
begin?
yeah.
You saw all those computers that Dima's hooked up to, right? They hold his memories, or offload data from his brain. Or maybe some combination of both? Well, Faraday asked me to help do some repairs on them. And, you know, I got curious. There's like a century's worth of life experiences in there. And that's when I see it. Data models Dima has been making. One was the fog taking over Far Harbor. Another was a nuclear detonation on the island. Plus, death counts. What if Dima is so open and welcoming because he's actually hiding something from us? A plan to wipe out the rest of the island.
We should get to the bottom of this.
Now, the problem with that,
Putting on
Kasumi,
an
is
act,
if you
we
really
need to
felt
know.
that way about it, why even stay at Arcadia?
I'll help if I can, but that's not much to go on.
I know. I've been working on that, but I haven't had much luck. I keep seeing Dima, Faraday, and Chase head into the laboratory at the other end.
I know, I've done it before. In fact, I took the peace option the first time I played Far Harbor.
There's actually a storage space right next to there. It'd be a perfect spot to hide and eavesdrop. But it's been locked up. I've also tried breaking into Faraday's terminal, since he and Dima are so close, but the security on it is crazy.
The problem with it... I think I'll just be up in front with... I'll hack the terminal,
Step
sure.
aside and let the master hacker show you how it's done.
If you're sure. Good luck. Once you have something, let me know.
From one case to a new one. It's never easy for us, is it?
Sure isn't, partner. Yeah, the thing about the peace option is that it's technically a method employed by the, Woo! Eavesdrop on the meeting. Okay. Oh, okay. I never took this option before. But I guess they want an option for players to use lockpicking to do. Yeah, this is definitely for players who have
to accomplish this without
a lockpicking
bloodshed.
character.
Far Harbor and the children of Adam have a right to exist on this island, the same as us.
They're going to kill each other, Dima. There's no stopping it. We need to pick a side now.
Haven't we already picked a side? Building the fog condensers around Far Harbor wasn't exactly a neutral act.
We couldn't stand by and let the people of this island die to the fog.
Just like you couldn't just leave the Cult of Adam without a home? Giving them the submarine base was a mistake. The nucleus, as they're calling it, is basically one big fortified position.
Far Harbor had cast them out. They have strange beliefs, but they have always accepted us for what we are. And Confessor Martin was a friend.
Well, the new Confessor isn't. High Confessor Tectus is an unstable megalomaniac, and he's gonna keep threatening us as long as we're helping Far Harbor.
Guys, can we talk about the elephant in the room? We keep dancing around it.
Yeah, you are.
Memory banks in the submarine base.
I can't believe you never told me about those. I have to wait until they become a security risk.
I know how it looks in hindsight, but at the time, it was an act of trust. I was honestly more worried they'd accidentally trip the pre-war security and get hurt, giving the children my old home, allowing them to safeguard my old memories. I thought our people would be working together.
Just how secure are the banks? How long do we have? And what's in them?
I've gone over this before, Chase. I don't know what's in them. That's how it works.
Okay, so about your
as close
earlier
to
comment, the
or
problem
ready
I have with the
as I
peace
can,
option
but
is that
run
it's
something
mostly
that
a
shows
role-playing decision,
worst-case
right?
Scenario.
like, consistent role-playing would dictate that if you were going to destroy the Institute, then by design, you're doing that.
Be in and out in a day.
We can't risk it. They know you're from Acadia. If you're caught, or even seen, then it's war.
We should at least prepare her to go in. We're running out of options. I say we tell her how to crack into the memory banks.
You've been working on this without me?
It came up in a private moment, Chase. But yes, we've been writing a program that will let you access and download my memories. It's not going to be like a normal hack. You'll be breaking through a version of my own mental network. It'll consider you to be an intruder. I've loaded the program with some instructions I've recorded that will help guide you through it. I'm afraid it's difficult to explain without seeing it for yourself.
I'm finishing up some tweaks to the program right now. I'll leave a copy of it for you on my desk when I'm done.
Get the program, use it to break into the memory banks. Got it.
Hopefully you won't have to. We'll keep monitoring the situation. I only want you going in if we have no other choice.
Alright then.
He's got his fingers everywhere on this island. And whatever's in his memories isn't something we can wait for someone else to find.
The detective's life isn't an easy one, but it rarely lacks for excitement.
Tell me about it. Oh yeah, my Pip-Boy is also Chrome, in case you couldn't notice. Alright. Now we go upstairs. Right, I was trying to say earlier that the problem with the peace option is that it basically is just doing the Institute's work for them. You're doing more of the same. Well, I think the chrome skin looks nicer, but then I'm just a fan of shiny stuff. No, we don't need Faraday's terminal. Actually, let me talk to Dima too. I want to be up and up on him.
Hey, Dima.
Yeah. What is it?
Well, I know you left some of your memories behind in an old submarine base. That you're worried the children of Adam will get to them.
You've been busy. I was hoping you were taking your time learning more about us.
So yeah, no. Basically, the whole replace Tectus with a synth version of him in order to placate the children of Adam. That's basically an Institute move.
Back to Acadia. But you're new to the island.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I absolutely don't feel any need to save the children of Adam.
All right. I'm listening.
Before I begin, how much do you know? Did you have any questions for me? About Far Harbor, the children of Adam, or my memories?
So what about Far Harbor?
You're keeping Far Harbor safe. Is that it?
Not exactly. They're fiercely independent. But the fog was starting to choke more and more of the island. So I proposed a trade. We would give them the technology to keep the fog at bay, in return for them being a lifeline to the outside world. A safe dock, and a place to buy supplies. Unfortunately, the children of Adam view the radioactive fog as a holy portent, and their bloodied history with Far Harbor puts us at odds.
The children of Adam on this island. You were helping them?
Yes. I know their faith in radiation as a type of god is a bit different.
Hard to take seriously. Yes.
I was using a submarine base as a home when Martin and his followers stumbled inside. They had been cast out of Far Harbor for their beliefs. When I left to found Acadia, I knew the base would be in safe hands. They needed a home, a place to belong, just like I did. But now Martin is gone, and his successor, Tectus, wants to finally end the feud with Far Harbor by letting the fog swallow them.
I'm trying to see if to remember if
I know all I need to.
I'm trying to remember if Dima needs to die.
As a recruit and infiltrate the children of Adam. Gain access to their base. In the old
Yeah, that's true. So really, killing them all when you know that they're basically just a bunch of dangerous zealots, I'm perfectly fine with that.
Program you need in order to access my memories. Bring me anything you find. It's not going to be like a normal hack. You'll be breaking through a version of my own mental network. It'll consider you to be an intruder. I've loaded the program with some instructions I've recorded that will help guide you through it. I'm afraid it's difficult to explain without seeing it for yourself.
It really is. I already have it, though.
Actually, I already have the program. I was thorough.
Well, I guess that just means I've picked the right person for the job.
I'm thinking about it, dude. I don't want to kill Dima. I'm just not sure if I need to, that's all.
Adam directly. Our ultimate goal must be to bring peace. If you attack them, they'll consider themselves at war with the outside world.
If we find anything suspicious in those memories of yours, we'll be back. Count on it.
Alright. Let me see here. Now I have to go back to Kasumi with everything he's gonna say. Yeah, I feel better about talking to Dima than I do about sneaking behind his back, but I do like how open-ended the questing is. You can roleplay a character who is genuinely suspicious of Dima, and it's not inconsiderate. The game gives you plenty of options to do that.
Turns out Dima's earliest memories are in the hands of the children of Adam. He's afraid of what they're going to find.
So, is that what those death projections were about? It wasn't Dima planning to destroy the island. He's worried the children of Adam will. Or is he still hiding something? What could be in those memories that he would leave them behind? Is there really something in them that's dangerous? Do you have a way in? Into his memories? Assuming you can get past the children of Adam, of course.
I have Faraday's
I
program.
got this program that Faraday and Dima wrote. It's supposed to help me access the memory banks.
Really? How would that work? When I was taking a peek in the computers he has here, Dima was hooked up to his chair. I was just tapping into it. I wonder if you'll need to, you know, connect to the old banks the way he does.
My
Some
God.
kind of connection between your head
That's
and the
tacky.
I'll bet that's
So
it.
tacky.
And then Faraday's program would be translating Dima's thoughts and data, helping you through any security guarding it. I'm sorry, I'm making assumptions. It's just, well, it's a little exciting, isn't it? You'll let me know what you find? I'll keep an eye on things here.
Don't worry about
I'll
it,
get
though.
Dima's memories, and then we'll figure out things from there.
Good luck.
The whole thing with Nuka World is actually what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not just going to become the Raider Overboss, because that's completely out of character with what I've been playing up till now. Valentine like that. Man, if I got an Idiot Savant to proc right there, that would have been 2,500 experience points. And I'm just so disappointed because now, in order to get the most out of Idiot Savant, I have to do most of my side questing off screen, which I don't want to do because because with the save resetting thing, it feels like every big quest I turn in is a waste if I don't get Idiot Savant to activate. But jeez. Well, they're supposed to be bad people. They're raiders. Like, the main appeal of Nuka World is being able to play as a raider yourself. And that's basically why they allow you to flip the whole settlement building mechanic into a raider-type playstyle. But, you know, siding with the Raiders would basically require playing a character that has to be morally bankrupt to begin with, as far as role-playing goes, which is also why I'm not going to do it. Legendary Stalking Trapper. Two of them. What? What? Nuka World is not gray. What are you talking about? That's a bona fide evil option. They just missed the option to be evil? You say no. I don't get it. That's not gray. Okay, you just meant being able to peek being evil. Okay, like I said earlier. That's fine.
Whatever it was, it's gone now.
Nick. Yeah, Nick, that thing was right in front of you. Alright. Well, here's the thing about, let's see here. In KOTOR, KOTOR you can be evil. You couldn't really be evil in Dragon Age Origins. Oh! Fall Crawler! Yeah! Look at that. Okay, don't call it a gray zone. There's nothing gray about choosing between good or evil. Like, the terminology you're going for here is... It's very confusing. It just muddles your intent. But yeah, modern Bioware games have the problem, I guess, from a role-playing perspective, where you can't choose to be a bad person, let me say. You can't choose to be a bad person in a Bioware game because the stories involved end up putting you in a position of such high authority.
And your dedication has come into doubt. You need to prove your faith. One of you may return to the fold. The other
It's not a gray zone implies you're talking about the ability to have gray morality as a character choice. Just call it an evil option, because that's what you're actually complaining about.
Thank you, grandson.
Pardon me.
You. What are you doing here? Did Far Harbor send you?
This guy... I came from the Commonwealth, though.
It's okay. I'm not from Far Harbor. I'm from the Commonwealth.
Quite the journey. So, explain to me what you're doing here. You come seeking a place among Adam's children?
Sign me up.
I'm interested in joining. Sign me up.
Decisions of who may enter our family we leave to Adam. You'll have to perform a ritual. Prove yourself worthy in his eyes.
Alright, no problem.
All right. I'll do what Adam requires.
Then let us hope he deems you fit.
Richter used to be a member of the Enclave.
Follow where it leads.
We never saw him in the previous games because he didn't exist back then, but that's his backstory. Alright, now we need to do Visions in the Fog. Let me see here. Alright. So I'm down to 4 rats, alright. Like, dumb. It'll took me years. Yeah, it took me years to try. I was like, I never... Antifreeze bottle. Oh, you know what? I forgot to get that fog crawler's meat. Oh well. Man, those giant skeleton bones, they really imply a lot of horrible stuff grew up in Far Harbor. Oh my god.